Life is a little bit different from what you might be used to. Deep in the bayous, far away from the big cities, things start to look a whole lot different. And as you go further back in the bayous, the world suddenly seems to be a bit farther too. Us Cajun folks down here live in tiny cabins instead of big houses. And instead of cars, we use skiffs made of plank boards. You know, Shaq, I'm a Cajun storyteller, and I love to tell stories about those Cajuns. And one story that I've been telling for a long, long time is the Cajun Night Before Christmas. Folks from all over the world have been reading it for years. And even when those who have never lived in Cajun country tell it, their audience just fall in love with this tale. But us Cajuns say there's no better telling of this Christmas time classic than when it's first told to you by someone who truly believes.
Was the night before Christmas, and all through the house they don't a thing pass, not even a mouse. The children been nestled good snug on the floor, and Mama passed the pepper through the crack on the door. Then Mama in the fireplace done roast up the ham, stir up the gumbo, and make bake the yam. Then out on the bayou, they got such a clatter, may sound like old Boudreaux done fall off his ladder. I run like a rabbit to get to the door, trip over the dog, and fall on the floor. As I look out the door in the light of the moon, I think, man, you crazy, or you got old too soon. 'Cause there on the bayou, when I stretch my neck stiff, there's 8 alligator a-pulling the skiff. And a little fat drover with a long poling stick, I know right away, got to be old Saint Nick. Go faster and faster the gator they came. He whistled and hollered and called them by name. Ha Gaston, ha Tibor, ha Pierre and Alcé, G Nanette, G Suzette, Celeste and René. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, make crawl alligator and be sure you don't fall. Like Aunt Flo's cat through the treetop he fly, when the big old hound dog come a run himself by. Like that, up the porch, them old gator they climb, with the skiff full of toy and St. Nicholas behind. Then on top the porch roof, it sound like the hail, when all them big gator done sot down their tail. Then down the chimney I yell with a bam, and St. Nicholas fall and sit on the yam. Sacre, he exclaimed, my pant got a hole. I done sot myself down on them big red hot coal. He got his foot and jumped like a cat out to the floor where he landed with a splat. He was dressed in muskrat from his head to his foot, and his clothes is all dirty with ashes and soot. A sack full of plaything he throw on his back. He looked like a burglar, and that's for a fact. His eyes, how they shine, his dimple, how merry. Maybe he been drank the wine from blackberry. His cheek was like a rose, his nose like a cherry, and second thought, maybe he lap up the sherry. With snow-white chin whisker and quivering belly, he shook when he laughed like the strawberry jelly. But a wink in his eye and a shook of his head make my confidence that I don't got to be scared. He don't do no talking, going straight to his work, put plaything in sock, and then turn with a jerk. He put both his hands there on top of his head, cast an eye on the chimney, and then he done said, with all of that fire and them burning hot flame, me, I ain't going back by the way that I came. So he run out the door and he climbed to the roof. He ain't no fool him for to make one more goof. He jump in his skiff and crack his big whip. The gator move down and don't make one slip. And I hear him shout loud as a splashing he go, Merry Christmas to all, till I see y'all some more.